Hello, lamp fans. Spring was here this week, but guess winter's kind of back. It's kind of snowing out, and yesterday I spent the day outside cleaning up the yard and doing stuff, but today I'm in the workshop. And I'm working on a bunch of different things here today. It's kind of like spring cleaning, so I'm starting to get everything cleaned out up off the floor eventually. And I'm going to start improving the shop. It's really been this way since I moved in almost 2 years ago. I'm going to start getting this place a little bit more ship shape as construction winds down here. I don't have to worry about stuff getting broken. So a little cool in the basement today. So got the little kerosene heater going. And on the desk, the workbench, this is what I got going today. So last week, I unboxed a bunch of chimneys and promptly put them up on the shelf. And Tony, another lamp collector outside of Ontario, let James know in the States that I had a whole bunch of chimneys. So I packaged up 9 of them and got rid of them. So I got some space to fill up, I guess. But I also pulled out of the crate, or out of the box last week, a shade holder, and I did have a viewer reach out and ask me to sell it, and I looked around and I put it on this lamp right away because I knew it was for a Rayo Junior, and I didn't really, I thought I had one, but I didn't. I ended up having this Rayo Junior here, so I didn't really realize it because it was on the shelf for the last couple of years, hidden away. But there's a shade holder, but somebody soldered this on here. So I'm going to talk about lamp electrification today too. I know everybody cringes. I had another viewer told me that my lamp that I put a socket in is now worthless, and it's definitely not true because I sure as heck don't do anything that can't be reversed in a few seconds. I would never drill or destroy a lamp because I see enough carnage, enough lamps. I mean, I can show you, totally destroyed lamps, missing, the inner flame tube or air tube, or, eviscerated baskets, I call them, and where they pull them all apart. So this is that Rayo Junior lamp, and now it's all complete. And it's kind of, I won't say museum quality, but it's excellent finish. I don't think I polished this even. And I had an appropriate shade for it too. So the shade was sitting on the shelf, and so the shade holder kind of went on there real quick, and then bam, Bob's your uncle. So I even have a wick for this. I don't think I'm going to run it. I don't have the correct chimney, but I do have a chimney here that is a Matador style. It's off probably a European lamp. And the way it looks like it would actually work with this one if I adjusted it, but it's definitely the wrong one. But it fits, it goes on. Everything sort of just lines right up. And it's a nice lamp to look at now. So anyway, so I have this other one here, and this one is, I'm going to electrify this, and you can turn it back if you want, and you can buy this lamp if you want, but it's really not worth buying in my opinion. The basket, burner basket fins were crushed. This thing is soldered on, and then the font itself has got a pretty big dent in it. One of the sides is pushed, around the tine here, around the outside, that metal piece, it's pushed in. It's got dents all over the place. It's just not a really nice lamp. But, when you electrify it and have it hooked up and put a nice shade on, it's going to look great. So I just use these little candelabra, candlestick styles. I'm getting down at good old Canadian Tire. $5. Cord, a couple of plugs, a switch. I'm doing a lamp for a friend down the street. They want some lamps for their house. They want to make it look old. And so I'm doing some lamps. So I have this model 11 over here that I'm going to be putting one of these guys in. Model 11s are very plentiful here in Canada, and to the point where they're really not worth anything. And most of the time, 99.9% of the time, they don't work. They're worn out, they're broken. The actual, like here's one that I pulled apart, out of the other lamp actually that I electrified. This was broken inside. So they stripped, they're very weak. They changed this on the Model 12, the next one after, to a much beefier wick adjuster, you know, rack and pinion sort of thing. And so these are great to electrify. They're plentiful. Pick them up for $30, $40. Even with the shade holder. And then you can just go around and start, you know, finding 10-inch shades. So some of these shades are for my lamps in the collection that's not been unpacked. Some of these are for sale that I sell. But back to the Rayo Junior here. I'm going to put this Fenton shade. It came on, I'm trying to remember which one it came on, but it came on, I think it came on a lamp that I bought, and it was definitely not the right shade for it. It was kind of like a banquet lamp, but this Fenton, this is really, really, really nice. It's kind of got that cranberry glass, and it's got the white opalescence. So I'm going to put that on there and send it upstairs and put it on a circuit, a timer, so it goes on every night, and I can look at it. So that's what I'm doing with this one. That one there I got to do, and I have one in the other room I've already done. Just walk through here into the laundry area. So I got this guy here. It's a Model 11. It's in really nice shape, but same thing. It doesn't really have much value. It's brass. The shade's really worth more. Hand-painted shade, reproduction, but it'll look good. I think this is the look she wants, is something like this. So that's why I'm going with a couple of Model 11s with a couple of shades that are similar to this. And I think she'll be really happy with this sort of setup. Looks old, but it's new and it's reliable. And you can just switch it off like that. Anyhow, I just wanted to get you up to date what's going on in the shop. And no lamps were destroyed in this, and all lamps could be converted back if you want. But realistically, I'm saving these things from the dump because they really don't have much value around here. So, and just trying to, you know, stop stuff going to landfill and, you know, recycle, reuse. And anyway, have yourselves a great day.